Chapter 4 On My Rodent's Honor. Just then I heard a creaking sound. My sister leaped in front of me. "What's that?" I said. "What are you hiding?" Nothing at all," Thea answered, waving her paw at me. "Why would I have to hide? Boy, are you jumpy today?" I jumped to the left, but Thea was quicker than me. Next, I jumped to the right. Again, my sister beat me to the spot. After a few more jumps, I gave up. "Enough with the dance number," I shrieked at last. "What are you hiding?" "Don't get your tail in knots, Jerry Berry," Thea smirked. "It's just a little old trunk." At the moment, the lid of the trunk opened. A pair of tiny ears popped out. It was Benjamin, my young nephew. "Hello, Uncle Jerry," he squeaked. "Benjamin, what are you doing here?" I cried. I turned to Thea. "We cannot take such a young mouse with us to Transratania." My nephew flicked his tail in the air. "I am not young. I am 9 years old," he insisted. "Besides, Aunt Thea said I could help you." That's it, I thought. For once, I have to show them I'm in charge. "Forget it," I announced in my most take-charge voice. "On my rodent's honor, this time we do it my way, or my name is not Geronimo Stilton." Chapter 5 Next stop, Ratov. 10 minutes later, the three of us were comfortably seated on the train. Grrr, so much for taking charge, I grumbled to myself. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped out of that tough-talking mouse class I had signed up for last summer. The teacher was this old grey rodent with one eye. He had picked on me so much the first day of class, I was afraid to go back. I sighed and settled back in my seat. My sister was happily reading aloud from a tourist's guide of Transratania. "Hidden in the foggy hills of Transratania sits the mysterious Ratov Castle." Meanwhile, Benjamin had snuggled under my coat. "Brrr, it's cold, but I don't mind. I'm so happy to be traveling with you, Uncle Geronimo," he squeaked cheerfully. I stroked his tiny ears and smiled. "Did I tell you that Benjamin is my favorite nephew?" An hour later, I pressed my snout against the window. The landscape was getting gloomier and gloomier. At every stop, mice seemed to pour out of the train, but there was no pushing and shoving at our stop. That's because by the time we reached Ratov, we were the only passengers left. "Ratov! Next stop, Ratov!" echoed a lonely voice in the fog.